Bum, ba-rum. Oh baby, ladies and gentlemen, I have some exciting gameplay for you guys today. Titanfall. This is exclusive stuff. I actually went last week and I got a first look at it. EA brought me as well as many other top YouTubers. I was so grateful to be included because I don't really consider myself to be a top YouTuber, but that being said, I got about 115,000 people that want to hear my opinion on this game. Probably, 20,000 of you will catch it, but still, it's a pretty remarkable amount of numbers. So I was highly honored to be going out there with all these other guys who have, like 600,000 plus subscribers. Anyways, we got a first look at this game and got to play it for 4 solid hours. They took us out to a hotel, brought us over to a warehouse where they had a whole bunch of games set up. I gotta bring my laptop and my Elgato, set it up, and record this footage. This is me playing the game. So excited. I actually have some more footage I'm going to be sharing with you guys as well. You can check the description down below if it's already uploaded. I'm going to have one gameplay that doesn't have me yappering over it, so that way you guys can actually hear the in-game sounds, because I want you to know how, they did a great job with the audio. So in this video though, what I want to do is kind of talk about the game, give you a review of it, what it's all about, and how it stacks up with the other Titans, Call of Duty and Battlefield 4, since that's kind of what my channel mainly revolves around. I want to see if this is going to be something you guys are interested in. Definitely give me your feedback in the description down below, what you think of the gameplay. If you already have an idea about the game, maybe you already know all about it, hit me up with a comment. I'll be sure to read that. And then if you're checking this out for the first time, get a feel for the gameplay. Listen to what I have to say about the review, my first impression, and then give me what you think about my first impression and what is your first impression watching the game. I'm definitely interested in that. But let's start out with this kind of first impressions review. I want to talk about this in comparison to Call of Duty and Battlefield 4. That's kind of, my starting point for FPSs. I love Call of Duty's fast-paced action, kill streaks. I love Battlefield 4's, equality with vehicles and everything. Look at this. You can just run up and kick people. Instead of running and sliding like in Call of Duty, you run up and when you melee, you just kick them. That's insane. I love that. And they also have the animation, knifing animation, if you go up and assassinate people like in Battlefield. But those are the two things that I really love about Call of Duty and Battlefield. Battlefield, like I said, more realistic. It has the incorporation with vehicles. Well, this game has the fast-paced action by far. It has a new jumping mechanism, which, to my opinion, is like, in Halo 2, when we had Halo 1, if you guys weren't around, I don't know, but when Halo 1 was out, it was an extremely popular FPS game. And then when Halo 2 came out, I was so excited for dual wielding. I've mentioned this to a few other people, but I was extremely excited for dual wielding, and once it came out, I thought it was a game changer. It was so much fun. It totally changed the aspect. That's how I feel Titanfall is doing with this vertical aspect of being able to run on walls, have double jump, and then once you run on a wall, you get another double jump to use. The amount of versatility and vertical warfare is insane in this game. And then you also have a mass amount of customization. Like in Battlefield, you can't really customize tanks too much, but you can customize your mechs incredible amount. And look at this. This guy ejects out. He had the nuclear ejection, one of the perks you can have. It's a trade-off. But he pushes some buttons there, ejects out, and his mech explodes in a giant explosion. Actually got me killed. I didn't even know that was in the game at the time. And that was actually Harvey. If you look at the gamer tag on this one, that was actually a developer who was sitting to my right. So he could see my screen, and he was a developer. He got like 18 kills on the other team. He wasn't playing at the very beginning, but he ends up owning this. But that fast-paced warfare that this game provides, I think, is what is going to make it, yes, I'm going to say it, a COD killer. Now, like I said, I played this for 4 hours. I didn't play this for a week or 2 weeks, so I don't know. I don't know how other people are going to react, and that's also why I want to hear your guys' comments. But I think this game has so much more action. Coming back after playing it, I got on Call of Duty, and that was when I got that 75 kill game that I uploaded yesterday. It felt like it was a slow-paced game, Call of Duty, after that, because when you're playing Titanfall, you're looking out for mechs, you're looking out for players, and you're looking out for grunts. The way that this works is there's 6 versus 6 pilots on each team, which can call in mechs, and then just on the battlefield, there's a bunch of these grunts or specters, I think they call them, and you'll see they're very easy to kill. They give you a minimal amount of points compared to the pilots, which give you like 500 points or something like that, a lot. it kind of just makes it something that is, you know, a small incorporation, but it allows you to kind of always have action. You're always in it. There's always something to kill or something around. You can even just stomp on the little guys or even other pilots with your mech. You can just walk right over them. And then the engagements, once you are in a mech, are in, I mean, it is really awesome. Like I said, there's a lot of customization. The right bumper, you have missiles that are just, you know, that's what I'm using this one. You shoot out like 30 missiles at a time, and they have their own reload timer. You don't need to actually manually reload them in the game. And, or there's a lock-on for the right bumper, a lock-on missile that'll shoot at a Titan. Left bumper, you have the shield, which will catch bullets. You can throw them back. Or there's like a smoke that you can deploy if somebody jumps on your mech and starts shooting you. It'll deploy this like electric magnetic field, which will take anything off of you. Or if you're around other mechs, it'll shut them down or kind of stun them a little bit. So, I mean, there's so much versatility. On top of that, there's a variety of guns. You see me using this one. I have a lot of gameplay with the tank one, which is like 4 missiles that are shot at one time in a spiral combination. And then there's a third one that is the tank mech, which has 20 rounds of this like sniper grenade launcher. You can shoot all the way across the map. Does a ton of damage, but it has that delayed time. It's kind of like sniping in Battlefield 4, where you have that delay of your shot. And then watch this. I actually pop my shield here. I catch 2 bullets, throw them back, and destroy or kill Harvey. That gamer tag, who is the developer sitting next to me, got him. But you can see your own health bar, but also, and you can actually see, you can see the other mech's health. Whatever you're attacking, you can see their health bar as well as their shield bar, which is the one that's on top. So I really am very happy with that incorporation. The mechs also have such a great amount of mobility. That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want it to be the sluggish, slow thing that you're in. You don't really have much control of, but because you have 2 dashes that kind of reload, you can dash twice. It becomes so much more versatile, and you're constantly in that fast-paced gameplay, like I was talking about, that I think makes it such a COD killer. People love the fast-paced gameplay. They love always having something to do, and now this is an entirely new corporation. Being able to double jump, being able to call in your mech, you still have that aspect. That was something that I didn't really like about Battlefield, is that you don't have anything to call in, you don't have anything that you're rewarded for. But in this game, you're definitely, at least have somewhat of a reward, but at the same time, it's not like, okay, well, I'm going to camp here for a while because if I die, then I'm not going to get my kill streak. No, you have to be playing aggressive and being in the action. And another thing I was kind of worried about was going to be the mini-map, but you can see if you've been paying attention to it, those arrows, like a carrot, the Dorito chips, as some people call it, those are the Titans. The little circles, or actually the big red circles, are the players that are out of Titans. You show up when you shoot, and then the little tiny dots are the Spectres, which can do some damage if there's like 6 of them shooting you, but at the same time, they're not that much of a threat. And you don't have shields in this game. As a player, you'll die extremely quickly. Sometimes I feel like I felt like it was. I did have a shield, like I was playing Halo or something, because of the amount of huge jumps that I was doing and the fast-pacedness, but very interesting aspect. I love all of that. A little bit more about the customization of the players, though, that I wanted to talk about, was that you have the grenades as your right bumper, 3 grenades, but your left bumper, and you can switch those out with like stun grenades as well, but the left bumper, you have a cloak ability, which I really am a fan of, because, and there is a good trade-off for that as well. The other one is a sprint ability. You sprint and you restore your health at the same time, as you saw right there, below my health bar, which you see I don't have a shield. My health is at 50%. My shields start cutting back there, went down, but you could see at the bottom right hand of my health bar, when I was aiming at that mech, that was their health. So great being able to see that, and you can kind of judge your engagement from there. And then teamwork is also a huge aspect here. You see me playing with the gamertag Joule, Joule. I'm running with him a lot in this, and as well as the rest of my videos. It was another YouTuber from New Zealand, actually. I'll put a link to him in the description. And I was playing with him the whole time. We didn't actually have microphones, but we were sitting next to each other, so we took one of our earphones off, and we were communicating with each other and working together. And when you're playing on the search and destroy game type, it's called Last Titan Standing. This is the hardpoint, which is more like domination. it is, I mean, the teamwork is unstoppable. If you get like 3 guys working together, which is why, again, this kind of carries over that Battlefield 4 feel where you're working together in a squad and teaming up. At one point, I was the one using the shield on my mech and when we were planning that search and destroy game type, which I could talk about more later, and I'm definitely going to have a separate video on that. But you have one guy with the shield and the other guy using the smoke. I mean, the amount of teamwork you can incorporate, the fast-paced action of it, the brand new aspect of being able to double jump, get so much air, and have such fast-paced gameplay. I mean, I think this is a game changer. I had so much fun playing it. I can't wait to play it again. Like I said, I went back on a Call of Duty. I was kind of bored of it. I went back on a Battlefield 4, and I'm going to make a separate video on this, but it was so buggy. This game was less buggy in beta than Battlefield 4 is now, and it's been out for months. Also, the control mechanics that I always complain about on Battlefield 4, how it seems latent and slow, are much more like Call of Duty mechanics. When you make a move, it reacts instantaneously. If you're going to go left, right, you don't get stuck on stuff. Much more of a Call of Duty feel in terms of controls on the controller on Xbox One, which I'm so happy about. The clunkiness of that Battlefield 4, I just can't seem to get my head around it. But I'm so shocked that still... Granted, do keep in mind, I was playing with about 30 people. I think there was maybe 40 online in total across all of the servers. So, you know, once we get 100 to 300,000 people playing this game at one time, maybe we might see some more issues. But in terms of hit detection, beautiful. In terms of weapons, great array, and you can actually see through the iron sights. Even the iron sights were helpful to see through, you know. The reticles were nice. They had a great variation of things you can unlock. And that was another thing, too. It is an actual unlock system. It's not like Ghosts where you just unlock everything immediately. You need to do some challenges, which I'm actually a fan of. And then also another thing, which I touched on it briefly, but the mech, you don't have to be in it. You can actually hop out of it and have it just follow you on, or you can have it just stay in one position and guard. If you want it to guard Alpha Objective while you're going around on foot, or you want to go into a building and guard in that area, you can do that. They have shotguns, they have snipers, so it's a great amount of variation. It's by, again, the guys at Respawn did an awesome job. I got some opportunities, as I mentioned. I was playing with one of the guys from Respawn, one of the developers. I let him know how much I was enjoying the game. So hopefully, you know, it lives up to the hype once we get everything together and all the pieces of the puzzle come together. But it's a fast-paced game that has great mechanics. It's balanced with all of the weapons. The grunts aren't as... I mean, I don't think they're an issue at all. If anything, I think it adds to that value of you always having something to do. And then if people shoot it puts them on the map, so it's a trade-off. But the more points you get, the faster you get your mech. So there is a lot of strategy to it, and I think the players who are really good and can master the mechs, knowing how to dodge, knowing how to deal with the drop of the bullets or the projectile prediction, you know, when you're shooting out the spinning four-man tank or four-rocket tank shot, being able to predict where they're going, that's going to have that more advanced skill like Battlefield 4 that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. Graphics are amazing, and I think that's pretty much all I can cover in this video, guys. So I'm going to be coming out with some more. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you are new. A lot more of this, as well as Call of Duty and Battlefield 4 videos, going to be coming out in the future. Stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time. This is StoneMountain64, signing out.